Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good morning, happy audience for all my teachers, all my tutors, and all of my friends in my room. By the way, to start with, let me give you a question. Do you know what law is? What's that? You know that law, L-A-W. It's not just three couple letters. It has very important roles in our lives. Imagine what would happen if our country didn't have law. Crime is spread everywhere, and the justice will disappear, and the strong will rule over the weak. So that's why law exists to create order and reduce crime. When we talk about crime, the activity usually comes to our mind, such as the drugs, human trafficking, sexual harassment, including corruption. By the way, guys, what comes to your mind when you hear the word corruption? What do you think? Okay, that's good. But money got money and the stolen and the shattered. So can you mention the name of corruptions in Indonesia, guys? That's good. The Green Goblin. So guys, remember, corruption is a very serious problem in our country. There have been many big corruption cases. For example, Pertamina Company was involved in oil corruption between 2018 to 2023 and caused losses around 138 trillion rupiah per year. You can calculate by yourself from 2018 to 2023. Another case is Bima Company and causing losses around 300 trillion rupiah. There is also the LBI case, which goes losing around 138 trillion rupiah. This number show how dangerous corruption is for our country. From this case, we can see that corruption has become a common culture. So the question is, are our laws has strict enough to stop it? I don't think so. I believe that the government should consider the death penalty for corruption. First, because death penalty can create very strong deterrent event. When people know they could lose their life, they will think twice before committing corruption. We took example in the China. In the past, Indonesia was more advanced while China was facing economic problems. But China was to enforce very strict law, especially against corruption. And now the result, China was developed rapidly and has one of the lowest corruption rates in the world. This shows strict law can bring a progress. And the second, death penalty can restore justice and public trust. Law must be equal to everyone, whether they are rich, powerful, or ordinary people. It reflects the fifth our principle of Pancasila. That's saying social justice for all Indonesians. However, reality shows injustice. In 2015, an already woman who stolen firewood was sentenced 1 year in the prison, while some corruptors was received 1 to 5 years in jail. You can imagine, just firewood, maybe this price maybe around 550,000 rupiah, and corruption while taking 500 millions or trillions, just receive 1 until 5 years in jail. So that's why public doesn't trust with the law. And the third, that's penalty. And the third, corruption slows down national progress. We took example in Bawen Island. The building of Pinner Airport was delayed because there is corruption in land paying. So the quick access can to stop it. And the conclusion is, corruption is a very serious problem in our country. It breaks public trust and then slows down national progress. And the light punishment is not enough to stop it. Therefore, the strict law must be equal for everyone. And last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala